everyone, welcome back to my channel. I was literally just sitting here, I feel like yesterday, saying that another month has bitten the dust, and here I am again. Such is life this time of year, especially. Everything gets busy with school and sports and time just flies by. But it is officially fall, and that is absolutely my favorite time of year. Hands down. If I could have 4 seasons of fall, I would have 4 seasons of fall. So I'm very excited about the weather, the holidays, the new releases, the holiday launches, just everything beauty related, family related. Love this time of year. But we're going to talk about the few favorites that I had in the month of September. I had a few makeup, one skincare, a very random food, which I like to drop in here every once in a while when I find something really good. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to talk about the one skincare product that I have first. And I briefly mentioned this in my full face of Surratt video, which I think came up the last video that I posted. But this is the Outset Hydra Sheer 100% Mineral Sunscreen, SPF 30. If I had to choose one sunscreen forever, it would definitely be an SPF 50. But I love sunscreen. I love variety. I love choices. And I did want to talk about this because it is 100% mineral. It's only zinc oxide, 14.93% to be exact. But it goes on like a chemical SPF, in my opinion. Meaning there is no white cast. It starts out white, but as you rub it in, completely disappears. Does leave a little bit of a sheen to the face, which if you saw the Surratt video, you could see what my face looked like at the very beginning. But it completely rubs in, goes away. There's no tacky film left on it. It truly feels like I'm applying a chemical sunscreen, but in a mineral form. And I don't often find that. In fact, I rarely ever find that. Typically, physical sunscreens are either tinted to keep the white cast down, or if they're not tinted, they tend to be a little bit thicker and maybe not as easy to rub into the skin and disappear as quickly as this one does. I will use 5 to 6 pumps of this. I typically will use 3 pumps, let my skin rest for a couple of minutes, brush my teeth or do whatever, and then I will come back in with another 3 pumps. I make sure I have adequate coverage and it never gets heavy. It never feels goopy on my face. I'm really, really impressed with this. Again, yes, it's only SPF 30. If you're someone who likes an SPF 30, who maybe does the majority of their day indoors but wants something for incidental sun exposure, or coming into this season doesn't feel the need to have an SPF 50 every single day, I would look into this. I have been wearing it on repeat since I have gotten it. They did send me, their cleanser and then 3 other, is it 3? I feel like I got 5 total. And I've tried the cleanser. I really like that. I haven't had a chance to try the other stuff, but I'll keep y'all updated on that. This one, definitely a standout for me. A few makeup products, one of which you're not going to be surprised to find in my favorites this month because I did an entire dedicated video to that, and it's the Daniel Sandler liquid blushes. Yes, I know these aren't new, and they're not even new to me. I did use one of these years ago. I just, as I spoke about in that video, did not appreciate them for what they were at that time in my makeup life. Now I very much appreciate what they were. I used Spicy in that video. And today I have on Tease, which is the pink shade. Y'all, these are just so beautiful on the skin. I had a lot of people ask if I set a cream or liquid blush with a powder, and I tend to go around the blush when I set. So currently this part of my face is not set. However, with this particular formula, it is not tacky or sticky at all. It really, truly becomes one with the skin. So if you're someone who doesn't like the feeling of a cream blush, if it's not set with something, but they also don't want to set it for fear that they may take away some of the pigment, this is going to be the formula for you. I already have a few more colors in my cart. I got these from Dermstore that I'm going to be purchasing soon because they're just that good. Jouer sent me a couple of products, and this one really stood out to me, and I've been using it quite a bit this past month. This is their Menage a Trois Butter Bronzer. It is a bronzer, blush, and highlighter in one. It's in the shade C'est Soir, but I think that's the only shade they have. This is it right here. And it truly is a bronzer, blush, and highlight in one. Is this universal? No. I totally understand that. And I hope that they come out with other shades within this same concept of a bronzer, blush, and highlight in one, because it really truly is one of the easiest products to use. Dust it all over the face. If I weren't trying to show you what T's look like on the cheeks for that blush, I would have just used this, because that's what I've been doing. I have been doing foundation. I'll set it with some powder. I will dust this basically all over my face. It blends in so beautifully, looks like a bronzer, blush, and highlight. I have it on today. So even though when it's swatched, it's got a very like high sheen to it, it's not something to be scared of using as a bronzer, even on your forehead. There is no one that dislikes a shiny forehead more than me. So I don't want to put a product on my forehead that's going to add to that. And when I first swatched this, I was like, that's going to add to that, but it doesn't. It just gives like a luminescence that doesn't look sweaty or overdone. It's beautiful. It is the only thing I have on my eyes. I have been loving using this as an eyeshadow. Even if this color doesn't seem like it would suit your skin tone on the face, I recommend it as an eyeshadow, especially if you have blue eyes. I just feel like the warmth in it just sets the blue off in your eyes. It's very easy to use. I put it underneath my eyes, up into my crease, on my lid, and I'm good to go. So basically one product for my entire face and eyes. I don't think Jouer is talked about enough. I have used their concealer in the past and absolutely loved it. I think it even made it into a favorites a few years ago. Their setting powder is gorgeous. They also sent me over like a lip balm / lipstick that was really pretty. Highly recommend checking it out. Speaking of lip balm, I have found probably my favorite tinted lip balm. Now, this is not my favorite tinted lip gloss. That still goes to City Lips because of the longevity that it gives on the lips. However, this is technically a balm, and Fit Glow Beauty launched their Balm Hydra Ceramide lip balms this month. There are, I think, 6 shades if you count clear as a shade. I swatched all 5 shades that I have on my lips on an Instagram reel. I will try my best to link that down below, because you don't have to have Instagram to be able to watch it reel, but I will also insert some swatches here so you can see. However, Bare is my favorite. I don't have it on my lips today, quite honestly, because I forgot. I was in my like lipstick container searching for what I was gonna put on today, and then when I was gathering all the stuff, I was like, oh man, I forgot about this, because this lives in my purse. Now this has a cooling tip applicator, which just feels so nice on the lips. And I will swatch the shade Bare for you. It's just so pretty. I have very pigmented lips naturally, and I like a nude lip. So in order to get the nude that I like, sometimes it's hard to just put on a nude gloss and have it be light enough for my preference, because it mixes with the pigment of my lips and it looks darker than I wish for it to be. That is not the case with this at all. This is the shade Bare. These feel so good. They're super moisturizing. They are a balm, so they are not going to last forever. That's not what they're meant to do, but it has ceramides in it. It's very hydrating, again, for the lips. It's comfortable. It's not sticky. It's easy to apply like any gloss or balm without a mirror, and just the color. They have really pretty colors, and one I feel like you'd be able to find a favorite of within the shade range, but Bare is hands down my favorite. And again, it lives in my purse and it will be gone sooner than later, I have a feeling. I thought about doing a fragrance favorite, and I pulled out like 3 or 4 favorites, but quite honestly, I feel like a couple of them might be repetitive. For instance, I'll just show you Amore Cafe from Mancera, which I've talked about a couple of times on Instagram and YouTube this month, has been on repeat. And then I've just been pulling out my fall favorites. But I know that Abby and I are gonna be doing a fall favorite live probably, I think in October. So I really was like, you know what? I'm just gonna save all of my favorites and things that I've been wearing on repeat for that. But this is my favorite time of year for fragrance too. And I'm so happy to be pulling out my darker, deeper, warmer, ooey gooey scents that I personally love the most. But there is one random. It's a food item. I discovered it this past month, and I don't really know how they do it, so I wanted to talk to y'all about it because I just think it's so good. And this is called Monkey Brittle. Okay, and it is a little sweet treat made of nothing but bananas. I believe banana is like the main staple in all their flavors, hence the name Monkey Brittle. Tree nuts. This particular one has walnuts, almonds, and pecans, and raisins. That is it. Organic bananas, organic tree nuts, and organic raisins. And this is what it looks like. It's like bark. I guess this is just baked banana. I don't know how they do it, but y'all, it is so good. It is the perfect amount of sweetness for when I'm just wanting something quick, small, but I mean, I'm talking like a bite every once in a while, just really satisfies my sweet tooth. And it quite literally has 5 ingredients in it. They have different flavors. They have a choco coconut one. They have a strawberry one, which is really good, but I think the original is my favorite. I've tried all 3 of them. I just wanted to mention it for those of us who have a little bit of a sweet tooth and want something semi-healthy to like sustain that in small doses. And this is it. I love it so much. If my oldest wasn't as picky and would actually eat half the stuff that's in there, I think she eats almonds. That's it. Out of all of that, then I think she would like it too, but she's way too picky. However, my youngest is not picky and she does like it as well. So I will leave that linked with everything else I talked about in this video down in the description box below. Thank y'all so much for watching. As always, I want to know what your favorites were for the month of September, or maybe what you are most excited about for the upcoming fall season down in the comments below. Be sure and like and subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on any future videos. And I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day.